Okay, so now I'm ready. That was Get Ready With Me 11, the last video. Now I'm just gonna do a quick run through of my friends here that are featured in the videos. This is Duckling Baby. I got about 6 or 7 of these from my travels. This is the latest one of the latest, exactly identical like this one. I had to look for this one wherever I go anywhere in Sweden or in another country. So I got about 6 or 7 of these. These I got for a present from my close friends. I don't know if they want to be featured here, but they know who they are and I love them a lot. I got it for my birthday last year. These have sadly no name. This is Duckling Baby, and there are 7 of them. Then there's the Mandarin couple. Sadly, he's about to die here. But then, a couple of weeks ago, I just painted them. So it's a girl and a guy, and they're together, and they love each other. They've been featured in a Taylor Swift video when I danced to Romeo and Juliet video. You can look for it further down. And they've been featured in Cornelia Jacobs' song "Hold Me," Eurasian Swedish winner in the Swedish competition a few years back. Wonderful song. Also, I want to talk about her father. He's a great singer. He sings, "One night of passion, one night of hunger. My attraction is getting stronger." He's a great, great singer. I love his voice. It's unbelievably great. So, I just wanted to show you those. So, shout out to, they probably never see this, but Cornelia Jacobs and Taylor Swift. I love your singing voices. And in the case of Taylor Swift, I admire your career and your great big tours and your wonderful songs. Anti-Hero and Romeo and Juliet are 2 of my absolute favorites of your songs. Then, of course, you got Olivia Rodrigo, which I think is the most current, most essential. People are gonna hate me for this, but I love them all. Don't get me wrong. I love Taylor Swift. I love Justin Bieber. I love Adele. I love Lady Gaga. I love them all. Beyonce, ABBA, Beatles, Madonna. My God, Madonna. Michael Jackson, Motown 5, Diana Ross. All of them. I love all of them. But for this moment, for the last 2 or 3 years, I think Olivia Rodrigo is the most in the zeitgeist. Cultural awareness, collective cultural awareness, not only of the United States but of the world. I think he's the one. Of course, there are literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of great artists on this planet, and they're all great. I haven't heard all of them, but I have heard many, and they're all great. But for this moment in time, since whenever driver's license came out, actually, I saw All I Want, and this Disney show, High School Musical, the TV series. And I thought to myself back then, she could be a world star because All I Want is also one of the greatest songs I ever heard in my entire life. That's why I've danced 3 times to it in this and expressed my feelings. So when I dance in one of these videos, I interpret the lyrics when I hear them. Of course, I've heard them in movement. So, of course, if I do it the first time, it's the most natural. But then, in the case of Olivia Rodrigo's song, All I Want, I think it progressed. So it became more refined. My movements, and those are my feelings, my interpretation of her feelings in the lyrics. And then I, of course, put in my own feelings of loves lost and found. Could be parents, could be women. And so when I make these crying faces, they come from somewhere. They come from living 51 years, from crying over people you loved, who died or that you lost. Rarely over friends, I must say, sadly. But women I've loved, there are some I've cried over. Some deserved it, some didn't. Anyway, so those feelings you have inside you, We all have. I put them into the dance, into the movements, and into my facial expressions. So at that moment, when I feel the lyrics, Olivia Rodrigo, or whomever it may be, I interpret her feelings when she wrote the lyrics and performs the song. All I Want, especially, but also Good for You and Vampire, especially those three, and Driver's License. Then I put my own feelings into that mix, and then voila, you get what you get. So for me, I know you all like these rappers and all that, and they're good and they're fine. But for me personally, my favorites are that of the dances I've made so far are the three Olivia Rodrigo. Uh, I danced three times to her All I Want. And I call them second, third, and first version. Check it out. I really recommend you to do that because for me, that's my favorite. You seem to favorize the rappers. And I'll continue to do that. I'm loving every second of that too. As you may see, I'm loving every moment of these movement videos, dance videos. But my personal favorites are when I dance the three times to All I Want. I'm probably going to do that 20, 30, 40 times more in my life. Versions of me dancing to that song. I think it's a brilliant song. I think it's an optimistic song. But in the lyrics, she also becomes realistic that it's hard to find love. From what I understand now from media, from YouTube, she's found a new love. Congratulations. That's one lucky guy. But I think she captured something with also that SNL sketch about driver's license. She captured something even in us grown people, men and women, who've been around the block a few times. I immediately thought of a moment I had with a loved one 30 years ago. Several moments. And she, with that song, hit me right in the core of my soul in terms of my love life. Memories. Very good memories. So, with the Earth Lesson, but I think she does that with many songs. So it's not just a teen angst, ordinary run of the mill, average teen pop star. Nothing wrong with them. Love them all. But I think Olivia Rodrigo has made some songs that's gonna stand the test of time, like the Beatles. For me, Beatles are the beacon when it comes to pop, and were slaves in the 1800s. I think it started even 1700s in the United States. African Americans who sang spirituals, gospel songs. From that was born jazz, even other gospel, rhythm and blues, and if I'm not misinformed, from rhythm and blues was born rock and roll. From rock and roll was born uh, pop music. Also from uh, rhythm and blues and gospel. And yes, I think even hip hop sprang up in the late 1960s, very early 1970s. They talk about 70 or 71 or 72, I think, when it started with hip hop. It comes from that tradition. So I think she's continuing the pop tradition set by Beatles. But Beatles and all of them in the 50s and 60s were influenced by those African American, mostly African American songs, singers in rock and roll, in rhythm and blues, in jazz. They influenced Elvis. They influenced Beatles. Influenced most pop stars. That's how I interpret it. I may be wrong, but that's how. So actually, most of the things we are singing are from African Americans singing in the 1700s and 1800s. We should all be very grateful, humble, thankful to them for giving us basically most of the Western world's music, cultural heritage. Take care.